your fine white teeth.
Daddy Freeze, good evening.
Where is Bukola? Bukola, you have to be here. I know say you go scatter everywhere.
Bukola has to be here.
Bukola to us to be here. Let me invite. She was with me throughout the earlier show. Oh, where's my sister?
Hi, Daddy Freeze.
Maria.
Hi.
Yes, hi.
Daddy Freeze.
Yes.
I'm excited that I was able to join today.
Okay, I'm excited.
Okay.
So, what do you guys have to
Hold
say?
on.
I'm guys, but they've not agreed to accept.
Okay.
Some of you are fine, so I'm sure you are clean, and I'm sure you are well. So But anyway, the topic on the ground, which really is, why should something like this be in the public domain?
She first because she came on first.
I don't know when I got here.
Tamaria, I know say I go drag you.
How did I get here? I just logged on Facebook right now. Good evening, Daddy Freeze and everyone else.
Hi.
All right.
Hold on. Daddy Freeze.
Yes.
First time joiners. First time coming on live. We should get like a bell or some type of song or music welcoming us. You know, we know that Tamaria has been coming on and off for a long time. So we are first timers here. So how do you welcome us?
Okay, how do I welcome you? Let me praise Anita.
Thank you.
All right. Welcome to the live. What is your take?
Lady in blue, go first, please.
Okay, so the name is Ify. So, like Daddy Freeze said, sometimes you should learn to manage information, especially when it's a celebrity marriage, right? I feel like when it's a normal marriage, there's no limit to the things you find in court papers. Like, seriously, Daddy Freeze, when you read a petition for divorce, you will find all sorts of things in a petition for divorce. But when it's a celebrity marriage, that, but then again, you don't know what happened, that, you know, what were petition for divorce was filed in court. But manage information in a celebrity marriage, because you might do things that would end up not just hurting your spouse but also your children, like in the future. And the internet never forgets. So this was something that was filed in 2021, and then it found its way to 2020. As far as there would always be a point of reference. Whether
guys, you are not talking. Sorry, 1 second. It's breaking, and it's because your mics are chipping in. Instagram has a way of catching mics, so mute your mics. Even me, I'll mute that she can talk without interruption. So when she's done, we'll all unmute.
Okay, so I'll basically rehash what I said. I feel like in a celebrity marriage, you should, control the information you let out there in the public domain, because the internet never forgets. This was a petition that was filed in 2021, and this is 2022, and it found its way to the internet. And like I said before, it would always be a point of reference today, tomorrow, and years from now. And there are things that you would do. It would not just hurt your spouse, because this was probably done to hurt the spouse, but now we might end up hurting your kids. Because let's say we all, cancel Rudeboy, and we say we don't want to watch his, we don't want to pay for his shows, we don't want to listen to his music, and then he doesn't have enough money. Well, that would never happen, but let's just say he doesn't have enough money, and then it affects the way he provides for his children. That would affect you as the ex-spouse in return. So I think that even as lawyers, as a lawyer, sometimes it would be the best thing to manage information. You would do what is best for your client. But then again, managing information might not really be in your hands, because you can only advise the client, but the client would ultimately decide what they want to do. Well, as far as Canada is concerned, in Nigeria, well, I don't want to say anything, but in Canada, you can only advise your client, and your clients will decide what they want to do. And that you said something else that I wanted to touch on. You said the whole judicial system in Nigeria needs an overhaul. I agree. I totally agree, from even the legal education to the way we practice law in Nigeria. I'm still a member of the Nigerian Bar Association, even though I practice in Canada as well. But I think that we need to overhaul the Nigerian system. First of all, the way we do the legal education in Nigeria, the way it's delivered in Nigeria, it could, use some touch up, some renovation, so to speak, some upgrade. And secondly, and like the regulation in Nigeria, it's really not what you would expect a 21st century bar association to be. And that's why an SAN can go to court and call a woman Olosho. You can't do that here. Like,
you dare not.
Yes, you dare not. You can't do that.
So
yeah, you can't do that here. Like, you
dare not.
Your personal life.
You will never, not that you will not practice law again. You will not anything again in your life. You will be you as in today's world, in the UK.
You do everything you have, and you will still get disbarred.
You will not even be able to drive Uber again in your life. Don't worry. The sad thing is that particular son, I know his name, but we don't have a recording. I wish I can get a recording on him. I will make sure he does not practice anything like law again in his life.
Yeah, because it's really sad. It's really sad that he frees, because you can't say you're a lawyer. You're supposed to be an officer of the court. You're supposed to uphold the law. If you have a problem with conducting yourself in an orderly manner, if you have a problem with being decent and being respectful and polite to other people, then perhaps you shouldn't be the best advocate. You shouldn't even be an advocate to start with, to advocate for people's rights and to help people overcome life's challenges. Because being a lawyer, it's not just going to law school, going to the university, law school, getting called to the bar, and then donning your wig and gown, becoming an SAN and all that. You should also represent the profession in a very good way. Like, you should never do anything that would bring the profession to disrepute. So if you can go to court and use street language, it means that, first of all, you were given that certificate, and you were certified in training and in learning. So if your character is not up to the character expected of a lawyer, first of all, you've brought the legal profession to disrepute. You've insulted somebody else. You can be sued for that. And it's sad, because in Nigeria there's no regulation. There are certain things, like when I started practicing law in Canada, at first I got a rude shock, and then secondly I was happy. I said, okay, yes, this is what I like. I like to be held accountable. In Nigeria, there are certain things you can do and then nobody cares. But here, you have to make sure that every time you're representing the legal profession very well, you're presenting the legal profession in a good light. You're not doing anything that somebody will say, is this one a lawyer?
Absolutely. Absolutely, my darling sister. Thank you very much. Sorry I had to cut you, but like today, I'm not going to stay too long. I appreciate you. If he's a lawyer in Nigeria and in Canada, and I'm going to be needing her throughout the show today to get a balanced legal perspective, since this is a matter from court. I'm not a lawyer. Oh yes, my mother is a professor of law, but it ends there. Now, let me beg you celebs, listen, sometimes when I tell you not to bring your dirty laundry to the public, it goes against me, because what I go use during light. If I not carry una matter come live, waiting Samantha go wear hair, can't talk for my life. Waiting if he go sit down judge. So it is like me shooting myself. Even Gistlover, waiting they go put for their blog if I not carry una matter come outside. So it is unfair to me to actually tell you. It's like a mechanic tell you not to spoil your car. If you not spoil your car, we want to take chop. You understand? So I don't beg celebs, because the reason why I know even if he enter this matter, because I know Rudeboy and I respect his wife or soon to be ex-wife or whatever the court decides or whatever they, because they can still make up one way or the other. But you see, you have given me work. You have given Gistlover work. You have given Instablog work. You have given TVC work. You have given all, you say that we report it in the morning. Just watch. Manage your homes a bit better, celebs, so that we will reduce our work. But it's not good. So please, make una they scatter and they go. So we go get money. So that we go fit gather. So we go get audience. So normally I for now sleep, I for they sleep now. Now don't give me work now. So the other lady that came before Samantha, Samantha, please wait. Still mute your mic. Please go ahead.
Hi, Daddy Freeze and everyone else on this live. I know that the Nigerian judicial system, or let me say the legal system in Nigeria, has a lot of work to do, and there needs to be some type of reorientation of the legal system, the lawyers and the rest of them people that advocate for plaintiffs or petitioners. At the end of the day, it is a divorce situation. There's a lot of emotions running, and there's a lot of confusion, and there's a lot of anger, and there's a lot of resentment. You will naturally find the angry ones. Okay, let me say on both sides, they have things they've been holding on to or something they've been angry about that they wanted to say for a long time. And because of, they do not want to feel like they're disrespecting the other person, they're like biting their tongue, so to speak. They keep that information aside and say, okay, one day we'll address this. Let me touch on something about the Nigerian society. I think there's a lot of attention on the woman, on the girl child. Growing up, your mother will tell you how to behave in your husband's house. Your father will tell you how to be a good woman in your husband's house. Relatives will tell you how to behave in your husband's house. There's not much attention on the man, on how to be a good man for your family, on how to treat your wife as a man in a marriage. There's so much attention on the woman that when anything goes wrong in a marriage, it is the woman that suffers. At the end of the day, this divorce situation comes up. There's a lot of anger, especially on the woman's part, because she's been on the receiving end for too long. With P Squared and Anita's case, with this whole information coming out now, house girls too are human beings. I don't even like it that they call them
Friends.
I don't even like it that they call them house girls. It is not fair. They are domestic help, but at the same time, in calling them domestic help, do you pay them? Do you take care of them? You will see some people, you will see the difference between someone's house help and the children. It's appalling. You will know immediately they step outside the difference. You know, these are this woman's children, and this one, someone else's child. At the end of the day, men have the tendency to always, they don't care how ugly it is, as long as that thing has a hole, it becomes attractive. It is not fair on the woman. Okay. Men create a love.
Somewhere. I'm sorry. We're running with time, and I want to bring someone said it's unfair to have Gistlover spew people's private matters. How do you call a document in court a private matter? Private matter. Now my chat with Bukola now. Me and Bukola they chat now for DM. That's a private matter. The day I take it to court, it's no longer a private matter.
It's public.
It's public. Do you understand?
Yes.
If Gistlover released a chat between two people, you can now say that's a private matter. They don't carry the matter go court. The matter they court. Let me tell you, any paper filed before the court is a public document. Is my little understanding of the knowledge, I'm sorry, of the of law. My mother is a professor of law, so I guess more understanding here and there, not plenty, because na sociology me I read. I don't follow them read the law, but I know any file in court has become a public document.
Yes.
So, thank you so much, my darling sister Samantha. Are you Samaria? Are you ready?
Daddy Freeze.
Yes.
Like I said earlier, hello everyone. I'm on the road. Look, I'm on the
Oh,
road. I was caught in between. But I'm running late for an appointment. I would have loved to say something, but because I'm on the road and it's kind of noisy, and it's not noisy, but somehow noisy. I don't. There's so much to say, but at the same time, I don't have anything to say right now. But I know you have to continue this conversation, hopefully tomorrow or next. The next time you continue it, I would like to join, please. By then, I would have something to say more.
okay,
Thank
awesome.
you.
You graced
Yeah.
our honor there with a fine face and nice hair.
All right, bye.
Right now, let me bring a man. As everybody else has been asking, let me bring a man. So please, if you're a man and you're interested, I can see Chuku Dikalu. I hope you accept, because men, they know they accept like that. Gistlover say, Samaria. Gistlover say, be mami water. Hey. See, I don't invite man. You know, agree accept the invitation. Man. Okay, I don't invite another guy now. Someone say, add Gistlover. Gistlover go Greek come. I don't add two men. I'm on a wow. Where are all the men? And guess what? I go add another woman now. The place go full. Next, I'm going to add you. Anyway, while we're waiting for the men to come live, which are unable to join or they don't have data for one reason or the other, my dear sister in glasses, please continue what you were saying.
Yes. It becomes a problem when the woman is constantly being blamed for every issue that arises in the marriage. The man cheats on the woman, it's the woman's fault. The man sleeps with the domestic staff, it's the woman's fault. What if the case is reversed? What if it is the woman that sleeps with the driver? What if it is the woman that sleeps with the gate man? But, let's leave that part of it. Peter and Anita Okoye, this information has been made public now. And you're saying Anita shouldn't have disclosed this information. But the truth is, in a divorce case, you're trying to discredit the other person. At the end of the day, anything you can use.
Ronnie B said, hold on a second, I need to say this. Daddy saying some wives are smelling. Some people get body odor. Why do we? You people don't like the truth.
No.
No, you are
Okay.
saying, why should I have
Okay.
sex? Why not? When you have body odor, can your husband come near you? Some people, they wear clothes like this. The husband, they run from them. Let's be telling ourselves, one of our problems in Nigeria, we don't like to accept the truth. Okay, somebody is correcting. You said Rudeboy is Paul, not Peter. So
Anyone. I'm still trying to tell them apart anyways.
is happily married. Paul and his wife, according to this court document, are allegedly going through something.
Yeah. And if your wife stinks or if she smells, you married her. Make what you want out of her. If she stinks, go to the shops and buy fragrances or buy
My God,
deodorant.
that is not that easy. Some people dirty their body. No amount tell them say make they bath. They don't go here. Some people don't like bath. Some people don't like brush. Some people
I
know.
understand.
Some people. Let me tell you, I was in a relationship with somebody once that when she enters the toilet to wee, and she wee finish, she all wear her pants like that straight. I swear, no be downgrade.
Oh God.
And guess what? If I say I enter toilet to wee, I go run chase am because I go come outside the door. Say, wash that thing. Wash that thing. I swear.
Oh my God. Okay, let's say
I know they're around. Once I enter, she come out, she don't wear her pants back. She don't go wash. Finish. They wear them like that. They go.
okay. Okay, let's make exceptions of those ones.
No, there are many.
There are many. Oh my God, that's a problem. Then men, learn to communicate. It's important. You want to marry somebody. You didn't marry that person yesterday and then today you discovered the person is dirty. You must have been seeing these things, what they call red flags. When you see that the person is like this, have a way of throwing in those hints. Keep hinting. And then one day, you break it down to that person. And see. It's not only me that feels this way, but because I'm close to you, I have decided to tell you because I'm your person. Some people will take offense, I understand. All right? But at the same time, that person is living with you in the same house and you have to find a way to let that person know. But on the other hand, the whole, disclosure of information during a divorce and how it affects the outcomes, they should be careful about what they're saying because a good legal system and a good lawyer will definitely find holes in some of these lies that people tell. Some people lie a lot during a divorce case. And then some, they will throw it all out there, like what they call washing your dirty linens outside. At the end of the day, this one is saying this, that one is saying that. It is more of accusations here and there. But the most important thing is being able to have an amicable divorce without the dirty laundry being all out there. I pray that they find the solution to this thing. I was expecting that somehow there will be some type of mediation. Maybe the lawyers will think about a mediation process where they won't have to go this far in this divorce process. So, and I'm surprised they're throwing too many information out there. It's a pity though.
All right, Mickey Power, send me a request if you want me to bring you live. You said we should bring you live. Until we brought you live, you are showing us black and white. What's going on?
Daddy Freeze, don't be angry and don't be mad at me. I feel like you're being sentimental in this. You're just batching women. Like some wives are smelling, some wives are stinking. What is the point here? The point is, why are they bringing their mess outside? I'm not in support of that because, excuse me, Daddy Freeze, I know if you talk with you, but beg, give me time to express myself, please. I know I'm not used to this. This is my first time coming online. I'm a married woman with 3 kids. I'm not supporting Anita or Rudeboy bringing out their mess outside. It is not good for the kids. Like the lady in blue said, she was right on that part. No matter what you're going through in your marriage, speak up to people close to you. But still yet, your mess will still be outside. We're in a social media regime. Unlike our parents then, even if they are dying in the marriage, nobody will know because there was no social media. But the point is, if your wife if your wife can't sleep with you very well in your bed or can't have that good sex like that side chick, or your wife is not smelling nice like that side chick, please, Daddy Freeze, or your wife is not sexy like that side chick, It is the right of the man to communicate with his wife.
What if your
Sir,
wife is
I know
rude?
some wives
Wait
ask
now.
coconut
What if
head.
badly brought up?
What?
Those kind of ways I be fight over anything. You see, you see, when I spoke of bad
I know
character,
women. I know women. I know, like my dad used to say, excuse me. My dad used to tell me that women, we don't think we are probably because we don't pour water on our brain every day. I understand. Women, we any small thing we can cry, we can talk, we can turn everything to anger and stuff like that. But if that was the situation on ground, that is freeze. If that was the situation on ground, I know that 90% of Nigerians will not be saying what they are saying and the comment section. But because the issue on ground now is siding the man, and that the freeze, like style, like play, you are siding men. Yes, with the way you're talking, you are still siding men. We are still in the community of men, ego, and everything. The thing on ground is, other people.
I don't come out. Please, was I siding men in this matter?
No, I think you were trying.
No.
I was just talking from every side of the gist. But you see, let me tell you, be like say this woman get something for body. Because that thing sounded personal. Like, for instance, if I come now and say virgins don't have sense, the two of you cannot be offended because I know the two of you are not virgins.
Daddy freeze.
No.
Sorry.
I'm still a small girl.
But you see, when something they bite you for, they pepper you. But let me tell you something, I clearly said that Anita is a beautiful woman. She looks clean to me, blah, 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 blah. But I gave the instance of a friend of mine who had this problem. And he was following his house girl because he told me, confided in me, he said his house girl is finer, sexier, cleaner, and better behaved than his wife, and also cheaper to maintain. This was a totally separate story from the court case and Anita and the Rudeboy. Don't join issues until only sentimental. Be like, and even the way you came to talk on the live, you get attitude problem. Make me, I tell you my own. I'm sorry, you ladies don't want to agree. Does that woman not have an attitude problem? Please, please.
I think she just maybe you touched on a very, very sore point.
Let me tell you something. How you know people that have attitude problem? You will table 25 things, they will see two inside, and they will say, these are the two things you said.
It is the one that relates to them now that they're angry about.
So if you have body odor issues, deal with it. If you have hygiene issues, deal with them. If you are rude and badly brought up, deal with them. My friend said this was his issue with his wife. Somebody said she did have attitude. Look at that.
Of course she had attitude, but the thing is, I think you touched on a sore point. That's what it is.
Listen,
That's
maybe I can fight on top this dirty matter, on top this bad. I've been in relationship with very clean girls, and I've been in relationships with very dirty girls. Just as some girls who have been in relationship with clean men and they've been in relationship with very dirty men, it cuts across. But you see, I've not been in a relationship with a dirty guy, so I will not be able to speak on that. Maybe you, for instance, Ify or the other lady,
Jojo.
Sorry, my darling Jojo, you can be able to speak on that. Have you been in a relationship with a dirty guy?
Well, for me,
Daddy freeze once, and that was it. I had to cut it off.
Let me hear you.
For me, hygiene is really important. And so let's say we go out on a date, and my sense of smell is very, very heightened. So let's say we go out on a date and they talk to me and then I perceive something, like, rest assured I'm not going to see you another day.
Yep.
Especially when I know that it's the one that a mouthwash can cure. Like you have to go and get some dental work done. Or let's say you bring up your hand to hold me, then I can perceive, oh God, like that would really put me off. Everyone who knows me knows.
Now, what I did, for those of you who misunderstood me when I brought my friend's issue, the issue is, and I need to address this, the issue of him sleeping with the maid in that court case came from a condescending point of view. I want us to, maybe I saw it that way, maybe I'm wrong. Them making it wasn't like he had an illicit affair with a house girl. Do you understand? And that is why I talked about that, because you see, women don't like to accept it. Just like men, you can find a driver or your wife's PA that will be more handsome than you, taller than you, smarter than you. Do you understand? And can even be better in bed than you. Now, so it happened. So when you are saying it, your wife cheated, you don't have to say your wife cheated with a PA so that it makes it look like you. Yes, there's the psychological, what is it called in that? Yes. But also, it makes the house help look less of a human being. Maybe I'm just seeing it that way. Before I bring anybody else, what do you guys think?
I just think men need to know what they want. When you marry someone, communicate. If there's something you don't like about that person, you have an opportunity to back out. If that thing is predominantly concerning to you, speak up, say something. If you know you cannot continue with that thing on the long run, please back out. Tell the person, you might look for any other excuse or anything and say, we cannot continue, or you totally block the person and go your own, just fade, ghost the person. But it is not fair that men keep doing this thing. You sleep with your house help, you don't want the woman to complain, you don't want the woman to say anything. Men will look for any excuse to do anything outside of their marriage. And in divorce, she bringing it up is because she is trying to give the court a reason, a good reason why she's trying to leave the marriage, and to say, my husband did this to me and I wasn't in agreement with it and I do not like it. And, these are one out of many, that maybe some of the things that Rudeboy did. We don't know the rest, so.
Hi, Daddy Freeze. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Yes. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
All right, very well. So, quite a lot on the table. What is your take?
I just want to appreciate the work you've been doing and everything, because I've been following you. And thank you for bringing me live. And thank you for all the contribution. I just feel like, honestly, women get unfair treatment, especially African women, to be honest. Because if all the things men do, if a woman does it, it's a different kind of thing. And we live in a very terrible society that, especially in Africa, men get justified for all the things that they do. Because I have two daughters, the moment my twins were born, my mentality changed. I don't want to treat someone's daughter the way that I wouldn't want someone to treat my daughters. And to talk about P Square, Paul and Anita, I think they're not doing good for the kids, to be honest. I don't care whatever happens between them. This is two adults. You make a decision to be together. But we're talking about you guys having kids, and this is a social media society. All this thing we're talking, in the next 30 years, someone is going to bring it up. So I don't care what happened between you two. You should be able to know that we have kids. What if our kids start getting bullied in school based on all these videos? Oh, your dad did. So they're not doing the right things for the kid. I understand things happen in marriage, but please, when kids are involved, try to protect the children at any cost, because those kids, you guys had a choice not to bring them to this world, but somehow
Oh, you did.
wanted to get married. You got married. So
Now,
protect the kids,
hold on, let me
please.
ask you a question before you go any further.
Yes, sir.
Who brought this to the public domain?
They did. They did. No. Anita did. Anita did. She did.
So we're getting back to the same point where you are.
Yes,
Women
sir.
are fairly, but the women are using this as an advantage. I'm not against Anita in any way. I'm just pointing out facts here, because if you read the paper, this is what Anita alleged. Now, if we go by your submission, was Anita thinking about her children growing up in the next 20 years, how they're going to perceive her father? Fine. You see, there's something that happens in the Western world, and I believe it is unfair advantage for women. The children will hate their father for the rest of their lives, sometimes, because they believe he treated their mother unfairly. I believe that a divorce is between two people. Now,
Yes,
you and your husband, or now you and your wife, they divorce. Drag the kids into it. Sometimes there's no choice. The kids have to. When one person is behaving crazy, then all of us go crazy together. Do you understand? Yes. But if I believe, and this is the first thing I said when I opened this live, if he was there, if you remember clearly, I said I even blamed the lawyers who allowed it to be written on the paper in the first. I don't know if you joined them.
No. That phrase. They're allowed to bring in anything in their defense and anything that can work for them in the divorce case. They're allowed to.
Like, listen,
I disagree.
It's a court document.
Hold on.
Document.
It's a court document. Let me explain something.
As long as you're not lying,
house, you have a gun, you have a knife. You are allowed to use both. Don't go for the gun first. Do you understand? Don't jump in with a bazooka first.
No, but this has been going on for a while now, Daddy Freeze.
Unreasonable.
This is just what we know.
My lawyers would not allow me to go down this. I'm telling you for free.
Yeah, your lawyer ultimately.
No, are you thinking of the children? Do you understand what I'm?
And then I need one more. Yeah, in Nigeria.
The lawyers entirely, because sometimes the case looks hopeless. The two of them are already scattering everywhere. Okay, you know what? Let's bring in this to win the case. But what a lawyer should advise a divorcing couple to do is they should even go through mediation. There's mediation house in the court in Ikoyi. It's called I've forgotten what it was called. I went there for a couple of sessions, and there are these mediation people will sit down with you and try to resolve the matter even outside the court. What do you want? They'll tell you, you want a divorce. Okay. What do you want? You want house, Abi? Can you give a house? No. Okay. They will try to get the two of you to come to a compromise. And this is very important for the children. Now, don't get me wrong. It does not favor me for them not to bring their debts to the public. It favors me. We are having this show because somebody brought their dirt to the public. But you see, you can't blame me and say, oh, Daddy Freeze, we are talking about it. Are you thinking of the children? The people that have the children, did they think of the children before they brought their matter outside? So that's what I wanted to say, bro. I want to give it back to you. And in my saying this, I touched on many spots because people were, oh, why did he sleep with a house girl? There was an issue there. I also talked about things that would, he also, a lot of people would say, I was siding him. I'm not siding him. I'm not particularly close to him. But we also need to look at it from the perspective of, okay, he did something silly, or he allegedly did something silly. Does the world need to know? Did he kill somebody? You understand? Does the world really need to know what he did?
It's court documents. It's court documents.
As in, was there no other way to manage this than this? And I'll not lie to you. There's sometimes when people are advised, you know what, go all out. But for that, go all out, all reasonable measures. let me tell you something. You will meet some people that will say, Lila, you will not get that divorce. When you jam that kind of roadblock, then you start valuing, okay, if I don't have a sane head, I cannot raise these children for the next 10 years or 20 years when they'll go and see that document. So, okay, you know what? Let them see the document. There's nothing I can do. But when that is just, oh, let me quickly win this so I can get this, 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 then it defeats the purpose. That was my thought.
Okay, let him finish what he was saying.
Okay.
All right, I'm kind of babysitting because my wife went out to do girl stuff. I'll be brief and then I'll sign out. I just want to appreciate how transparent you are, because it takes a higher IQ for people to understand you, because a lot of people disagree with you. I see all your comments online and all that, which, you know, everyone is entitled to their opinion. But at the end of the day, I just want things to be fair to women. Again, you know, because if a marriage fails, the first thing they go, oh, is the woman. You didn't know how to take care of your man. Even though most of the time, men would think it's our right to go out and go and cheat. Most of the time, I'm not saying all men, but most men, they think it's their right because they pay the bills, whatever, and all that. But it's debatable. That's my own opinion. But what I'm saying is to come back to the kid. I feel like you're doing your job. This is a show for you. Look at your life. You have almost 1,000 people on Instagram. They brought it out. If they didn't bring it out, you're not going to say anything. So you're just doing your job. Nobody should blame you. So I'm with you. Nobody should blame you. And you've been transparent. You're not taking any gender side or anything. No. You know? So let's make it clear. But the thing is, they already brought this into the public. And whatever they get, they should take it. But they did not do justice for the kids. And this is on them. They should blame each other. Whoever is at fault, we're not going to know. Because the woman, oh, yeah, maybe she's right. The guy's going to say, oh, he's a man. He can do whatever he wants to do. We're not going to know the truth. Only God is going to know. Because they can have all this evidence. And even with all the evidence, sometimes when you end up in court based on evidence, sometimes fake evidence can be created. That's a fact, too. So let's just hope that these kids grow up and forgive their parents, and whatever the outcome of this divorce ends, that they should be at peace with each other for the sake of the kids. But meanwhile, whatever they keep bringing on, we're going to talk about it. It's social media. If you don't want people to talk about it, fine, don't bring it out. That's none of our business for us to know. That's all I got to say. But, you know, the kid, they didn't do justice for the kid. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it, sir.
God bless. And we're rounding off right now. Thank you so much for it's been quite a journey on this. A lot of people don't, whether you like it or not, there's some parts where, like I said, we don't know what transpired between Anita and Paul. We don't know what made Anita bring this to the public. We don't. But since she brought it to the public, we can assume that she took that step to bring the public involved. Because I don't like this idea of, it's our business, why people in it. If it's your business, you settle it in your bedroom. Any business we don't involve gate man for your compound, don't turn public gist. Gate man inside your own compound, because you don't know who gate man go call tomorrow and say, oh God, madam, they fight. Let alone a whole court, and then you are dating or you are married to a celeb. So, and Rudeboy also, you could have managed your situation better. Who never F up hands in the air? No hands. People, they cheat. People, they mess up. Don't own it like it's a man's right. No man has the right to cheat. Let me break this down to you. Some people can tolerate lack of intimacy better than others. Some, they must go 3 times, 4 times a day. And if wife no agree, which is a nonsense point anyway, then they go outside. Some women too.
It's no right to
I know nowhere where the husband never go carry her from. They will just call and say, your wife, they my neighbor bedroom. The guy, they go there, go knock. You know, they fight the neighbor, just carry the wife, they go house. I'm not making this up. Do you understand? So as that can't control themselves are, and this particular lady was mixed race. beautiful half-caste girl. She no fit stay one. There was a time when guy dey vex say she enter one Nollywood actor hand. That one just the ride and they go. So it's not only men that have insatiable appetites. There's some women too who are like that. So the essence is, if you have agreed to marry her, and you see that there's something about her you can't tolerate, divorce her or divorce him in such a way that you guys can still be
able to co-parent.
Able to co-parent decently. At least you can, you see, and men don't understand something. Once a woman don't carry your children come out your house, if you are a born-again Christian and the woman goes to marry or date a Muslim, your children will go mosque. You, whether you like it, because if their mother remarries a man that is a Muslim, and the man is taking his wife to mosque on Friday, will you say you should not take your children to? Is he taking them to? Even if it's a ritual, not a ritual, it's a traditional worshiper, and they're having their traditional festival, you tell him not to take your children. We have to start detaching ourselves from so many things that we hope, because until we let things go free, we will continue having these issues.
I think in Nigeria, yes, that applies, but in the US here, because they're not his biological children, and if he hasn't adopted them legally, they are not under any obligation to follow the man to his religion.
Let me ask you a question. There are two kids. One is 7, the other one is 5.
Yeah.
The woman has converted to the man's religion. She's now Muslim. A Friday, the man is going to the mosque. His wife is going with him, right? Okay. The 2 kids, the option is, father, come and carry them. Father is busy. What do they do?
That's the thing. If the man is not insistent on the children doing his own thing too, then you allow the children to pick what they will.
You need to get me. You're not getting me here. What I'm saying is, the man has the right to put his foot down and say, no, my child not going to go. But you see, you are creating problems. You have the right. There are some rights that people have that they should not exercise, because what you are getting from it is so minute. But the effect, the ripple effect. Now, a woman that, imagine me now, I'm your wife. I'm married to somebody who is now a Muslim. You are not allowing me to follow him to the mosque that I want to go to. Tomorrow, you will now ask me for a favor with the child. Do you understand?
It depends on how bad it is, though. How bad the divorce situation.
Tomorrow now, you now want to carry my children to Texas, but the court document says you must not leave town with them.
No. It can't. It's not possible.
No, there are some situations where...
No. Daddy freeze.
Let me explain something to you in law. Okay. There was a situation where the man had a criminal record or something, and it was something she was not allowed to leave town with the kids, because he had run away with them or something, or run away with previous kids from a previous marriage. So the wife brought it up, and the judge signed it, said, no, you cannot leave town.
Oh, except that.
Yes. So in that situation, the man goes to meet the wife and says, look, I really want to go with the kids. Now it is her turn. Do you understand? She will now consider that, okay, you allow me to take these kids to the mosque. Okay, no problem. You two can travel with them. Those are the kind of understandings they're supposed to have. But when you don't allow me carry children go mosque, carry the children, make I see.
No, I think then they'll be using the children as pawns and this thing, and that is where it's unhealthy.
They will always use children as pawns. But if they are sensible, I gave you the scenario. The husband is Muslim, the woman converted to Islam. You can't leave the children at home, and you can't tell her not to go and practice her religion.
That's the thing. So there has to be an agreement somehow.
Yeah.
Now the husband can say, nope, don't take my children to the mosque. He them as a pawn.
Yeah, I'm going to say something. So there's this case I handled here, and the husband and the wife, they were divorcing, and they were Christians, but one was like Catholic and the other one was Mennonite. The man wanted his kids to follow the Mennonite tradition, and the woman wanted the kids to follow the tradition. And then we dragged it for so long. We submitted it for mediation. Finally, the court had to rule that the kids will go to both religions, both sects, and then when they get to the age to decide for themselves, they will decide for themselves. So the point I'm trying to make is, in theory, there are a lot of things you can canvass for, but in reality, like, you don't have a lot of wiggle room to, say you want to do this. Just like that Free said, you can say, okay, I'm going to put my foot down, my kids can't go to the mosque. But the practicality of it, let's say you work on a Friday and then you can't take your kids, and then the wife has to go to your ex-wife has to go to the mosque. Automatically, your kids are going to the mosque, except you have other family members that are not working on that same day. They can bail you out. So, like, you have a lot of room in theory, but when it comes to practicality of the things that you want in your head, like in the actual world, divorce is messy, honestly. Like,
it's not the best. Trust me, it's not the best.
All right, guys. And finally, sometimes divorce is the best. If your life, your mental health, your career,
I agree,
is threatened, go for a divorce. I'm not saying Anita and Paul should not divorce. I'm saying if you absolutely cannot live together, get that divorce. But try as much as possible to shield the kids from it. It's not easy, and if any of you feel that it's in your best interest to drag the other person publicly, it's up to you guys. But just know that there are consequences. Take care. Love you guys, and do have a very wonderful.
Daddy Freeze.
Bye.
Bye. I was in UI with you.
Live. Bye.
Faculty of Arts. Faculty of Arts. You were same set. 2000.
2000. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Daddy.
Bye. Take care.
Divorce saves lives sometimes. Keep that.
I ended up with high blood pressure from my divorce. So
I am better from my divorce.
No, but I'm fine now. I'm fine, like
my sister Ronnie B. I love you, sis. Agreed. Love you. Bye.
All right, Daddy Freeze. Take care.
And Paul and Anita, we love you. We wish you guys find
all the best here.
Things and not create work for Gistlover and I, not give us gist that we can about. Take care and God bless.
All right, bye-bye. Have a good night.